Hey YouTube, what's up? You got the Void here, aka Deaver, bringing a deck profile upon request. This request deck profile was for Reverse Daiyusha. So I'm going to go ahead and do this deck profile for you guys and try and go in depth with it as I can. First off, we're going to have our starter here, Daiyusha. Obviously, the best starter for Dimensional Police. But in my opinion, I do not like any of their starters, but the best one for now is Daiyusha. So anyways, if you guys don't know what Daiyusha does, he has 4 runner, and you can move 4 dimensional robo rear guards while you have a grade 2 or higher vanguard. Move them to the soul and superior ride a grade 3 dimensional robo from your deck at stand. So pretty decent. Not much to say about there. He's also a 5K, so good starter. Next, we're going to go ahead and go on to the grade 3s. We have 4 copies of the Break Ride, Daiyusha, 11K. If you guys don't know what he does, he's a limit break 4. When you ride another grade 3 on top of him, your Vanguard gets plus 10,000 power and extra critical for the turn. And also, until end of turn, your Vanguard gains the ability that when you drive check a grade 3, when you twin drive, you get to retire a unit in your opponent's Guardian Circle. And if a unit in your opponent's Guardian Circle has the Nullify ability, which is a perfect guard, then it also negates that Nullify and breaks through, which means you can kill anything in your opponent's Guardian Circle and hit them. So what I've seen a lot of people doing is perfect guarding twice in one turn, just to make sure that you don't get this attack in, because it's also an extra critical. It makes your opponent over guard, which in this game guarding is like needed. So in my opinion, he's one of the most threatening break rides in the game. So anyways, we play 4 of him. Next, onto the boss of this deck, I play 3 Reverse Daiyushas. I only play 3, but I'll get to that why I only play 3. His limit break is limit break 4, counterblast 1. Lock 2 of your dimensional robo rear guards, and until end of turn, your opponent's Vanguard gets minus 10,000 power. A lot of people don't like him because you have to lock 2. But when you're locking 2, you don't need the boost because your opponent's Vanguard is minus 10,000. They need at least a 15,000 shield just to guard an 11k base attack. This makes your opponent guard even more than what they normally have to. Especially for when you have Daiyusha on your Vanguard, and then you break ride with Reverse Daiyusha, and you use Reverse Daiyusha's limit break, you're plus 10,000 and your opponent is minus 10,000, and you have the ability to retire anything in the Guardian Circle. When you get this combo off, your opponent is most likely just going to have to guard with 1 perfect guard, and that's it. And if you hit a grade 3, your opponent is done for. So Reverse Daiyusha, such a good card. To finish off the grade 3s, I also forgot that if you have regular Daiyusha in the soul, he's a 13k base, because he is a cross ride and he has Lord. And I finished off the grade 3s with 2 regular super dimensional robo Daiyushas. Just basically for my turn 3 ride, for when I ride a certain grade 2, he becomes a 15k base without boost, and then with his skill, he gains the critical. Plus, he's also in here just so I can get the cross-ridden more often off. If you don't want to play as many regular Daiyushas as me, then you can just play 4 Reverse Daiyushas and 1 regular Daiyusha. And this is why I only play 3 Reverse Daiyushas, and I usually get it off. And the reason for playing 9 grade 3s is because you want to get Daiyusha's limit break effect off as often as possible. But I do not recommend going over 9 grade 3s. In my opinion, if you go over 9, that's bad. But that's just me. On to the grade 2s. We have 4 Dimensional Robo Die Dragons. He's just the generic 9 to 12k attacker for when you have a Dimensional Robo Vanguard in its name. So, not much to say about there. Next, we have 4 copies of Dimensional Robo Kaizar. This is the grade 2 I was talking about with regular Daiyusha. He's Vanguard ability only. When you ride a Dimensional Police over him, your Vanguard gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. So your turn 3 comes and you have Kaizar as your Vanguard. Here's when you ride Daiyusha. Kaizard's skill makes Daiyusha 15,000 by himself, and because of Daiyusha's skill, he already gets the +1 critical. Which, that extra critical early game is crucial and makes your opponent guard that even more. This deck makes your opponent guard out the walls. It's really good. Next, to finish off the grade 2s, I am going with 3 Dimensional Robo Die Barretts. If you don't know what Die Barrett does, he's a rear guard ability only, 9k. You counterblast 1, you move him from rear guard to soul. Your Vanguard gets plus 4,000 power, and the ability, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Only certain decks have the ability to retire units, and now D-Police gets a card that can do that. That also adds power to the deck and can kill something. This makes your opponent guard even more because they need their starter early game. This deck just does so much to make your opponent waste their hand, kind of like Nubatama. And also, if you don't get Kaizard as your grade 2 ride, you can still ride Daiyusha and then use Die Barret's skill to move to the soul. Daiyusha will get the plus 4,000 in the skill, and then Daiyusha gets the critical from its own skill because it got to at least 14,000 power before it attacks. This card is really good. That finishes off the grade 2. On to grade 1s. We have 4 of the Dimensional Robo Perfect Guards because this is a Dimensional Robo deck. Pretty standard, nothing much to say there. Next, we are playing 4 copies of Dimensional Robo Die Brave. Die Brave came in the trial deck along with Kaizar. What Die Brave does is, first off, he's a 7k, so that's good. When Die Brave is in the soul, gonna use this as an example. This is usually your turn 1 ride. When Die Brave is in the soul, you use his ability to move him from the soul to the drop zone. Your Vanguard gets the effect that if it attacks and it hits the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and draw 1 card. That's really, really good. I play these instead of Die Mariner because Die Mariner does not do anything with this deck. So, the 4 Die Braves there. Next, we're playing 3 Dimensional Robo Die Tigers. He is your generic 7 to 10k attacker when your Vanguard has Dimensional Robo in the name. I'm playing 3 because I play the extra grade 3 for Die Kaiser's Limit Break. To top it off, I play 2 Dimensional Robo Die Landers. Die Landers is the grade 1 variant of Die Driller. When he's placed on rearguard, you can counterblast 1, choose a Dimensional Robo and its card name on your field, and give it plus 4,000 power to the end of turn, which also gets off Daiyusha's skill. It can also power up any one of your units if you use Reverse Daiyusha's Limit Break. Now, I want to talk, well, Next is on to the triggers. I am playing 5 draws for the Dimensional Robo draw triggers. I'm playing 7 criticals, 4 of the Dimensional Robo 1, and then 1 of Justice Cobalt and 2 of the Demon Eye ones. And then the normal standard 4 heal triggers. I am doing 7 crit 5 draw because not only do I think that this deck needs the extra draw power, but it also needs to keep the threat, which is why I'm doing 7-5. If you don't want to use 7-5 or 8-4-4, then go 6-6-4. For 6-6-4 is what I was doing, and it still works out well. But I just like the 7-5 better. And that consists of the deck profile, guys. But there's just one card I want to talk about that I'm not playing in this deck. And this is Dimensional Robo Daiyusha, who looks like Daiyusha. He has a sword, not the same sword, almost the same shield, and they both have the number 1 on them. But anyways, if you guys do not know what Daiyusha does, he's a Vanguard ability. Beginning your attack step, he's 13,000 or greater, and he hits the Vanguard. Put 2 grade 3 units from your hand into the soul. Ride a grade 3 from your deck at rest. Why they would make this card and why anyone would use this card is beyond me. But that's my little rant on that. But anyways, guys, that is the reverse Daiyusha deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to know anything else on this deck, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. I will reply back as I can. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you have anything else you guys want to see, just comment down below or send me a PM. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.